Hi, hello, hello. Hi, Circle. Welcome, welcome. Is it time to art, my people? Yes, it is finally time to art. To do some good old art stream. Hell yeah. Hi, hi. How are you doing today? How are you? So, we're doing Subathon goals. As simple as that. We are supposed to make a new emote, and we are supposed to make a Sacabambaspis PNG, but we'll see. We'll see if I have time for that. Seer. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, okay. I almost well, I didn't almost miss my stream, but I was so busy doing something and I really wanted to finish it, and I literally started preparing like 10 minutes before stream, which is, my favorite activity. But it's okay. Sometimes it do be like that. At least our streams do not require too much effort in terms of preparation, just because like I don't need to think about, oh, how long is it gonna take to start the game and whatnot. But the game is usually long. But anyways, here we are. Today we are making, first of all, we're making the emotes. I already made some super basic sketch. I do need to turn it into a better sketch though first, before we can actually work with this. Because it's just a messy sketch. But we're gonna make it better. I am hoping that I might be able to start on the PNG today as well. But I am the world's fastest drawer. Actually not. So most likely no. Also, I need to open my own emotes for reference. Because here's the problem with making your own emotes. You don't make them all at the same time as like a batch of emotes. You just kind of make them one by one with like an interval of a year or so. So you end up completely forgetting how to even draw your own emotes, and they all just turn out in a different style. And yeah, that's how we live here, which is fine. I just need to find one and open it and see what I did for it. I have no idea what was the thickness of the line art, but I guess we're just gonna be figuring that out on the spot. Yeah, I usually draw all my emotes in the same file. Like, I have one file for all the emotes, but the problem with that is that it gets too big. Like, I have so many layers there now, it's a little too big for that, so we're not gonna be doing that. I decided time to make a new file, but if I make new file, I can't really color pick colors from that one, so I'll have to open it or something if I want the exact colors. But I think honestly, do I need to use exact colors? Like, I probably will eyeball something more or less okay either way, so I might as well just relax and draw it however we can draw it, right? Also, I recently finished, well, like a day ago or so, I finished the Chibi Life 2D that I've been working on, so the showcase is coming very soon. As soon as I'm able to make some visuals for showcase and stuff. The problem with the recording model showcases is that I need to do it during the day, like the recording itself, because my lighting is very, very, very bad. So I need the daylight to help me with, tracking and stuff, because otherwise it's absolutely horrendous. But I do this kind of work, like making a showcase and stuff, somewhere in the evening. So like I need to make visuals, which I probably will be making in the evening, but I then will have to wait for the next day morning to actually record the video itself, which is very annoying, if I must say, but it is what it is, I guess. That's what I get for having poor lighting in the room. Hi, Fito! Hello! And I have a fly in my room. What are you doing here? I have a fly in my room. I have a fly in my room. I had my window open there just for a second to get some fresh air, and now I have a fly in my room. And I don't know what to do with it because it's just there and it's very, very, very annoying. And it's like flying around me as well. Well, at least it's not a wasp. Could have been worse. Oh well. Anyways, how are you doing, Fito? How are you? Welcome to our the Subathon rewards drawing stream. Your greatest emote drawer right there. Oh yeah, it's been like a year since I made my own emotes, and like also I had such a big break between each emote, so all my emotes have different like level of skill, because like, you know, when you make emotes for yourself you just end up making them one like per month or something. Man, I love my emotes. I love my emotes. Probably if I ever debut with a Life 2D, I'll remake all of them just to add a bit of consistency. Just a tiny bit of consistency. You know? Yeah, lighting is very important, but like my lighting is poop, and I also never really open the blinds, like the curtains in my room, because like I live in a kind of country where like the windows are literally on the level of humans walking by, so like you can look into someone's window and see what they're doing, and I hate it. I like my privacy. I used to living in, you know, ginormous apartment buildings where you just live on some, I don't know, 8th floor and nobody disturbs you apart from birds, but that's not the case here, so I just never open my blinds anymore. So it's very dark, but like, you know, at least with the daylight, the tracking still kinda works. You're just waking up. What time is it for you though? What time are you just waking up? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I did groceries today. Okay, let me tell you, absolutely, like, again, too many nerves happening with me recently. I don't like that. Like, you know, like, I'm a very anxious person, like, and my fight or flight response literally can be triggered by anything, like exam. Whoa, hell yeah, let's be super nervous and scared. But that's in the past already. Anyway, so I went to do groceries today because, you know, gotta make myself some food and eat and stuff. And so for some reasons in my local supermarket, my card, my like debit card, it stopped working with when you like touch terminal, you know, like when you just touch it to the terminal and then it's supposed to pay like this. Somehow it just stopped working there. I don't know if it works like this still anywhere else, because I feel like at this supermarket it just always worked poorly, but like I haven't gone to any other stores in like ages, you know. You can clearly hear that I live a very exciting life, considering that I've ever only been to my supermarket for groceries in the past month, but that's beside the point. So it stopped working some time ago, which is annoying, you know, but like you can still just insert it and pay like this. Doesn't matter, it's fine. I probably need to reissue my card, but I'm too lazy to figure that out now. And so I went today, and I insert as per usual, and it doesn't do anything. Like I put my pin code, I press OK, and it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do it. And then like I tried 2 times, and then I had to call for like a shop assistant. I'm like, it's not working, what do I do? And she tried as well, and it didn't work for her too. And she was like, okay, well, you can go pay at the service desk, because, you know, they have also a service desk at the supermarket. I'm like, okay, but like at this point I'm worried that my card just doesn't work anymore at all. Like it just stopped working like that. Like, I don't know, something broke. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm taking my groceries, I'm going to the service desk, and I'm absolutely praying that it's just gonna work there. And thank God it does. It actually does. So like, oh, so it's not broken yet. It's just they have very poor the terminals at their supermarket. But oh my lord, I was like, no, please don't tell me it's broke. What am I supposed to do even in this situation? Like, I already put all my groceries in, right? Like, because I'm also on self-checkout. I already have everything bagged. And what happens if your card just doesn't work? And not because you don't have money, but just because it broke or something. What do you even do? And like, it's not like I got like one or two things. I got like an entire bag of groceries. Oh my god, I don't like being adult. Problems like this give you so much anxiety. I don't like it. Your money is no good here. Well, I mean, I ended up paying just fine. It's just like the terminal for payment on the self-checkout that I was using didn't work properly, I guess. But I probably should look into reissuing my debit card, because it's been like, what, 4 years since I have it, so maybe it needs a bit of an update. I don't know. Get a check with my bank or something, maybe. Also, I really don't want to talk to my bank because, you know, I was opening a student account there. It's not a student account anymore and I'm not a student. So it feels like they're just gonna be like, ah, yeah, what the heck are you? We don't care. Get out. Skedaddle. Don't know. When you stop being a student and you stop getting any kind of student benefits, like, you suddenly feel so, you know, small and unimportant in this big world, because like you feel like everyone's just gonna be, okay, you're not a student, we're not gonna serve you, we're not gonna do anything for you, get out of here. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. So 5 AM. Well, I guess 5 AM is a decent waking up time, can I say? Yeah, exactly. No student discount for software. Although, here's the deal. I still have my student card with me, right? Because my university didn't take it, but it doesn't have like expiration date on it or anything. So like, technically, if I, let's say, go to the cinema and be like, hey, I'm a student, I can just look at it and what, they will think I'm a student? Because like, how would they how would they know? How would they know? It doesn't have expiration date. Like, what if I had to stay behind a couple of years? Because it's a pretty common situation at least in my university. I don't know about the entire country, although I heard that the people here are pretty laid back about you know, study stuff. But like, it's a common thing to just stay behind 1 or 2 years. So like, they never know. Yeah, sure, like it was issued a couple of years ago, but what if I'm still studying? So you know, I'm probably not gonna be obviously doing that because I am a good person, but I could. The thing itself that I'm technically able to get a discount for movies in our local cinema, you know, makes me a little bit happier. You still have your student email, that helps too. No, unfortunately that they deactivated. I had it for a couple of months after I graduated, but then they deactivated it, obviously. Which yeah, I mean, it's fine. To be expected. But I at least expected them to take away my student card as well, but they didn't. Because, you know, like when you get a residency permit in a country, I'm not sure if American people ever encountered situations like this, but because I am an immigrant and very much a traveling person, at least in the past, basically when they give you a residency permit, right, when it expires, like the government takes it away. For example, I was doing my exchange study in Norway, right, for half a year, and I also had to get their residency permit because I was staying for half a year. And when I was leaving the country at the airport and, like, you know, the passport control, the person there was like, okay, so it expires literally next month. Are you coming back? I'm like, no, I'm leaving home. I'm done. So he just took it away, and Damn, that's kind of sad. I was hoping I could keep it as a souvenir or something, but like I guess it makes sense because it's basically like a very important government document, and your student card is like what is it? It gives you access to the library if you are part of the system, and that's about it. Amazon Prime only gives you 4 years though, they don't mess around, lol. What if you study for 3 years only though? I feel like having a specific number of years for like students is a bit unfair because all studies are different. Like if somebody's studying like in the medical school, right, they're probably going to be studying for 6 years because med school always takes longer. There are studies that take 5 years, there are studies that take only 3 years. So what's the point of limiting? I think they should just check if you're a student or no better and not just be like, oh yeah, 4 years, you're done, skedaddle. But you know, you don't need a student discount if you know where to get software. I have to confess, although it's probably not really in use for anyone here, but like I am paying for my Life 2D Cubism because, you know, it's kind of like an important thing for me. So I'm like, you know what, I respect the developers, I want to support the developers, I am paying for Life 2D. I have like a year-long license right now, and I paid for my Substance Painter because it was on Steam after Adobe bought Substance Painter but still didn't mess around with it. It was like the last year though Substance Painter was on Steam, and the Steam version is like a permanent license, not a subscription. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna grab that. So I paid for that one, and I have that one. And I mean that no matter how much they update it, it doesn't really change much either way. So I'm just fine with that. And that's pretty much it. But like, I'm a game artist, so you can imagine there's a lot of different software I use. But you know how it goes when you're an absolutely broke, not even a student anymore, but just an unemployed person. Okay, I think that's a decent enough sketch. Am I right? We can line that. We can definitely give this some line art in. Maybe shouldn't make it that harsh. Who wants to bonk me? Hell yeah, now you have a chance to properly bonk me. As soon as I finish this emote, oh, whoops, it goes right into our Twitch and starts getting approved. But as soon as I'm done with it, obviously. Have a really good idea for a game I want to pitch to you guys when Baka isn't as busy. Ah, bro. You know what? Actually, that's kind of a also dangerous thing, although like it's very cool, but it's so dangerous. Because I actually have a degree in that, in game development, so I'm like sometimes just start shitting on somebody's game proposal because I can see how this is not a good game proposal, and then people get upset. I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, because like I used to that being the case at uni, you know, like they teach you be very critical, and the teacher's also always very critical, so you kind of like get used to the situation where like, yeah, whatever is proposed, you really have to be very skeptical about it. So I'm also like that, and someone starts proposing me a game, I'm like, yeah, I already can see like 1,000 reasons why that's not gonna work, but like it doesn't always have to be anything commercial, it can be just for fun, but I need to be reminded of that stuff sometimes. Hi Bran! Hi, welcome! Nice to see you. How are you doing? How's your new model? I heard that you tried it, but I was so busy the other day, like I didn't even ask you how it goes. I'm so sorry. I am so unfocused these days because I have so many things to do. Have you ever played Five Nights at Freddy's, bro? Why do you think I was singing the song on the karaoke? Come on. so simple, and there's so much potential to make something similar very easily. Well, I mean, I got suggested Five Nights at Shyamalan's many times on my streams by some horror game lovers that we have sometimes in chat. But yeah, I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's has potential, but somehow it developed the fandom of like younger people, and then also the developer is not a really good storyteller. It just wants a lot of money, so it ended up being kind of weird. Although I must admit, Security Breach looked nice. Like, it was cute. In terms of design, like the visual stuff, Security Breach was cute, and it also had potential, I think. But it just didn't happen. You quite good, Brian? That's nice. As you should. You should spend at least a couple of hours just looking at your model in VTube Studio without, you know, streaming, whatnot. Just, you know, just looking at it and moving, because that's what I did when I made my first Live 2D model. Even though it wasn't mine, it's like, that looks cool. It moves. Oh, look at that. I move and it moves too. And same happened, like I also once made a 3D model, but that 3D model I made was not exactly the VTuber style 3D model. Like, I made this model kinda as a part of assignment for my the exchange study, because I was doing 3D art and animation, and then also I thought, oh wait, well, since I made the model, I might as well rig it for, like, you know, VC face as well. And I did that, and it was cool, and it was, it moves. The hair was absolutely awful though, because it was so kind of alien, and I never figured out what the texture of her hair is. Oh yeah, I understand that. Honestly, when you're not used to, like, you know, Live 2D models, like when you're not used to interacting with them so much, it is very fun. It's, I don't know, the models with tracking are just cool. I can confirm that, and I understand you on a very, very deep level. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Also, if you ever need emotes, as you can see, we are able to do that here as well. Although, I don't know, I think I actually did add the emotes up by price list, so, you know. If you want emotes, feel free. Do do. Do, 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 do. Is it line art too thick? I think the line art is kind of thick that I'm using for this. Maybe I should make it a little less thick. For like the inside parts at least. The hammer could probably stay this thickness. You always want emotes, Fito. I feel like you and Baka just always want art. That's it. You're adult people with adult jobs, with adult money as well, so you just art. Hell yeah. I wish though. I wish I was able to. Although, you know, like, I very rarely want to commission art, because I think the thought of I'm being able to do it yourself is kind of like, yeah, why would I commission it? I can do it myself, and I know for sure that I'll do it the way I want to. Do I have the skill for that? That is another question. But, you know, skill can come. I can develop that. It's no problem. Okay. 10, I think. Should I keep it at 10? I think maybe I should go a little lower with the line art. Okay, that's a hammer. That's a hammer! Now what? Let's make the line art a little bit thinner. And then we're just gonna make a thicker outline. Like, I'm still also trying to figure out my emote style. Like, I made the emotes for Namiya relatively recently, and I really liked how they turned out. But now I edited my style a bit while doing that, so we're in the situation where, okay, this new emote is gonna be slightly different from the ones I already have. And everyone's gonna be, oh, is it made by another artist? Well, you would think so, but... Yeah, emotes are kind of hard to keep readable, especially with like anime characters that we use for VTubing, you know? But then, like, you know, when I think about it, there are emotes on Twitch of just like real people's faces, but like super pixelated, not even in a good way, and you think, if that passes, my little anime drawing should be fine. Like, honestly, I don't think that it matters that much. Like, sure, it matters, but like, not that terribly. Like, my anime drawing will be fine. Like, yeah, you can kind of see that there's a hammer when it's like tiny like this. And as long as, you know, all my emotes are different enough to be recognizable, you'll probably just remember which one means which, so... Do 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 do. No, but at least I have a very simple character. What I'm really proud of in terms of my VTubing stuff is the way my character looks. You know what? Should probably do hair first, not the eyebrows. Really love my character design. It's like simple. It's very simple, but at the same time, when it turned out I was able to literally make my own character in Tower of Fantasy when I was streaming it, I was like, yeah, I mean, it's simple, but it works. It's very recognizable and universal. Thank you, Fito. I mean, considering that the original design, the character itself existed since like I was what, 16 probably. Sure, the design changed a bit, but main concept stayed, and then I also just redesigned that for a bit of more futuristic vibe. Like, yeah, the design was already working for so many years. So, of course. I am proud of myself on this one. Like, this is a good job to me. This is a good job to me. That's never gonna happen again, probably. No, that should be a little bit shorter. Okay, Bran, have a good day. Thank you for stopping by. Bye bye. See ya. And we are continuing to draw. Also, another person is being very... how do I say it? Another person is misbehaving a lot recently, and that person is even a mod, so I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking that... you know. But like, my issue always with making the tentacles art is I don't know if the people actually expect me to make something very explicit or they expect just something sus. So I usually go kind of safe with that. But like, I'm thinking, okay, but like how much can I do? Feel the same about my silly Twitch name. My screen names are always awful. This is the first one I thought was hilarious. That's a very memorable name as well. You know, when your name has something that that's rhyming in it, or just in general, if it rhymes to something, it's very easy to memorize this way. That's why it's a good idea. Do 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 Probably should just put the neck here, right? Without any extras, because otherwise it's gonna be a mess. Hi, Connor! Hi! Good afternoon to you as well. How are you doing? I'm doing good, but I was telling earlier how, like, I thought my debit card was broken when I was going out for groceries today, and it just caused an unnecessary amount of stress to me.
You kind of smell. What the like a baka.
I can't see who played that because my chat doesn't show it again. Who played it? Wes, of course. Who else could? Who else? Why am I even asking at this point? Of course it was Wes. Hi, Wes. No, you. You smell like a baka. I can confirm. Tentacles were on the safer side. I guess I'll have to comb something more. You know, like, yeah, probably if you want something more, you should commission me, just because then you will have, like, a chance to actually properly describe what exactly you want. Because, again, I don't know. How old is your character? I don't know what are your expectations, so it's a little bit like... What am I allowed to show? How much are we talking here? Oh yeah, but like also keep in mind that this is not like the stuff that I normally do. So first of all, I'm a little bit rusty with this kind of art, but also like if you commission me, that's fine because you're my friend, and like it's fine if friends commission me for stuff like this. But if somebody else gonna commission, I usually refuse because I don't do that art. Oh yeah, I do take commissions. I do take commissions. Indeed. But I do all sorts of commissions. Sometimes it probably gets a bit confusing for people because I'm just such a skilled artist. Look at me, I can do so many things. I draw her sitting on Nivelette lap. No, but she needs to look better to sit at the Nivelette lap. Okay, you know what? Wait. Okay, Kumi asked, so let's do a little bit of photoshopping because I have Photoshop open anyways. Okay, where I need an image of where Nivelette is sitting. A screenshot. Oh, this one maybe, but it's like such a poop quality. No, it's not a good quality. Can I have an HD screenshot of Nivelette sitting on his chair, please? Okay, this is fantastic, but that's not what I want. That's not the pose I want. Why are there images of bedrooms below that and suggested? That's not what I'm looking for. I need something like this, but it's... Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be 144p because I can't find a better screenshot. I mean... Good emotes. Honestly, emotes are not that hard. Like, emotes have a very simple style, so if you study this well enough, you can probably really do good emotes, no problem. Like it's a very simple style. Like, it's the kind of style you probably want to start with if you want to go learn anime style, just because it's very simple. Okay, we need a new from clipboard. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. It's so tiny. The screenshot is not a good screenshot, but sure. Sure. Okay, this is our beautiful canvas. This is our gorgeous man. And now, because I do not have a proper sitting There you go. There you go. There you go. It's as requested. No, she's just squatting. It's just the Gopnik style. What are you talking about? Okay, Kumi, you make it weird. That was supposed to be just a cute picture, but now you made it weird. What the heck? What the heck, man? Your emotes always look messy? Well, that's why I said you need a study, you know? It's not like you just started, it works. You get the study. You know what? When you make emotes, basically, super stupid suggestion, probably the stupidest you ever heard, but it also makes a lot of sense. So when you're drawing emotes, apply the principles you would apply when making pixel art. And if you don't know like pixel art principles, just probably look up like the main pixel art website. I forgot what was called, which has like palettes and like rules and stuff. Basically apply this to this, alright? So high contrast, very crisp, sharp lines and shading. Like try to avoid small gradients, you know, like basically no blur. No blur and high contrast. And bro, I promise you that stuff makes so much sense and it works so much. Exactly, it's a Slav squad. Kumi is Polish. I don't know what Kumi is talking about. Kumi is like a pro at this. Also, yes, Genshin is on Wednesday. Genshin is for sure on Wednesday. But Genshin will be streamed on Wednesday because I need streamer luck. Because, I mean, oh my god. Have you guys seen his trailer? Have you guys seen the character trailer for Neuvillette? Oh my god. Hi Namia! Hi! Hello, welcome! Honestly, also Neuvillette's theme is kinda cool. Although, I must say Zhongli's main theme is a little bit more impressive. Like, with Neuvillette's theme, it feels a bit underwhelming. It's kinda cool, but it's like not enough cool, you know? Not enough cool. You know what? Let's get copyrighted, which probably we won't because Genshin usually doesn't copyright stuff like this. But let's get copyrighted for a sec and listen to Neuvillette's main theme because you gotta hear that. You gotta hear what I heard. You gotta understand me. Someone's simping on the new character. Bro, you have no idea what's gonna be happening on Wednesday. Wednesday is gonna be, I think, the worst in terms of simping. Like, right now, I'm just kind of preparing and stuff, but on Wednesday, when the update rolls out, yeah, I don't even know, guys, if I would recommend you to come to my stream or not, because this is gonna be certainly something, but there you go. We're listening to Neuvillette's main theme, which I think is pretty cool, but like, as I said, a little underwhelming compared to Zhongli's, but still good. It's still good. Nice, Namia. Good. Good that you're doing good. Yesterday, like, I was traveling on the bus and I was literally having this on repeat. I was just having this on repeat because it's like so comfy to like think to this music because it has, you know, no lyrics, no nothing, but it's just a very nice background soundtrack. Hey, welcome, welcome! Oh no, we're doing some simping here. Don't mind this. Well, I'm doing some simping. I don't know if anybody's simping with me, but it's a nice theme, right? It's a nice one. I think it's very nice theme. Okay, back to our stream cafe music. Forgive me for like a minute of, you know, but we are cultures people here, so we have to, you know, we have to know. Also, my entire TikTok is now just packed with novelette, fun edits and whatever. Like, yeah, that's the kind of content I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Okay. Should probably erase that here. I need more Genshin people on my community, I feel like. Because sure, we have Kai, and I'm very grateful that Kai found me and is now with me, and just we're simping together for Genshin, but we need more Genshin simps in this community, so I am officially opening recruitment for Genshin simps, so in case you want to simp for Genshin characters, the applications are open. Basically, feel free to, you know, join the simping squad. Okay, what colors do I use? Something like this, right? You did do Genshin. Well, I mean, you say you did, but like it sounds like you don't do anymore, you know? No? Would you like to maybe, you know, come back to Genshin? Hmm? Should I make it darker? Maybe? I don't know. I'll make it low. Like this, maybe? Maybe I'll keep it like this. Stopped after entering Sumeru and had boy being told to pull. Oh, damn, that like you played a lot, but then you stopped on Sumeru, man. What the hell? You gotta go back. There's Fontaine now. But also, I think I also kind of stopped playing Genshin during Sumeru. Like, I was taking a break because I was also studying and trying to survive, like, you know, my study existence as well. So I did have a very big break in playing Genshin on Sumeru as well. But I did return later. And I do not regret because, you know, Neverlet Papa is being released soon, so... Mom, can I borrow your credit card for a moment? Bring home the new character. No. Because I have to confess, I bought myself Welkin Moon in Genshin recently. Like, I was looking at my funds for Neverlet and it didn't really look convincing. So I was like, okay, do I have $5 to spend on the Welkin Moon? The answer was, well, not really, but... once in a blue moon, so I did spend some money in Genshin in preparation for the roulette. So I'm very hoping, but I have a 50-50, so there is a very big chance that I'll lose that 50-50 on Wednesday and we'll have to farm new locations for like day and night to get more primos, basically, so that is a possibility. So we're prepared that on Wednesday we can potentially fail a bit. And it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fun. The game got big, that's true. The game got very big. Especially if you're a mobile player, like, I don't know how new mobile players can handle the game. Although I actually heard that Genshin, well, Hoyoverse, is trying to implement some stuff to help mobile players with, like, the game being too big or something. I think I heard about them working on optimizations for, like, the upcoming updates, so there is a big chance that it's actually gonna be fine very soon. But I don't know, I feel like it's still, so no matter how fine you make it, it's still gonna be kinda big. For new players, that's for sure. Because you can't really delete your past quest data if you're a new player, right? So it's... Whoops. Do 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 do. Okay, now let's color this. Gotta see. Am I gonna be color picking anything? I actually kind of feel like color picking. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just do it like this. Let's see how well am I at guessing what color is this. 3 pixels fine. I think 3 pixels is fine. Well, I don't know if that's the color or not, but now it is the color. Tis the color. Do 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 do. The question is also, what color do we want the hammer to be? Just like some boring wooden brown hammer? Or do we have any better ideas? I feel like we are definitely managing to make a Sacabambaspis PNG. Like, I got so much faster at drawing these emotes. Like, what, before that I think I used to spend like 2 hours on making the emote, and that's also like the same starting point. Like, sure, I still need to render this one, but I feel like it's going way faster than previously. So yeah, feel free to commission me for your new emotes, because as you can see, I am able to draw them very quickly. Somehow, like I'm in general getting way faster, I think, at drawing. Or maybe I'm just spending more time drawing, I don't know. That's a good question, actually. But I feel like I've got a bit faster at drawing anime since I went back to it after my graduation. So I'm now super speed. I'm now lightning. Have com slots open? Well, considering that I don't get that many commissions, like right now, I don't have any limited slots, you know, for stuff. Like, I had slots for my what's it called, the discount stuff, but like for normal commissions, they're like, right now there's no limit. Right now they're just open, so I might eventually implement slots situation for models, but again, you need to have the risk of getting a lot of commissions to have like slots open. So for now, we're just staying all open. Is that the color that I'm using? Is that correct color? I have no idea, man. Honestly, this emote looks so different from my previous emotes that at this point, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. The distraction make the artist finish the emote faster. No, no, the distraction doesn't make artists finish emote faster. That's not how it works, Lucio. What? No. Although I am getting distracted on stream, right? Right now I spent like what, 10 minutes making the novelette on lap just for somebody to say that my character is pooping on his lap. What the heck? Honestly, that offended. I am offended by that. do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, my tiny little bow. What color is it? It's probably somewhere in this area. I am eyeballing my colors, honestly, but also like back then when I was making my emotes for the first time, I didn't really use color profiles in Photoshop, so it was a bit of a... That stuff was a bit mess, because you gotta use color profiles to make sure your colors look somewhat okay. They still gotta look very different on different screens, but like... At least by using color profiles, you somewhat control the colors. Okay, that's a hammer. It's a hammer. And this one is gonna be very red because we need contrast. Normally I would make them yellow, but I think red would work a bit better in this case. So I think I should recolor the line art for them. Do, 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 do. Okay, now we need to recolor the line art. Probably make it darker, like this. Yeah, should I make the hammer darker as well? I feel like... Okay, for gore. I love forgetting to clip the layer that I'm trying to color. It's literally my favorite activity. Did I color it some? I guess somewhat fine. Now let's get the blue color as well here. There we go. There we go. Bonk. And now we need to shade it. And that's probably gonna go also very fast because these days I'm using simple shading. So. Okay, again, the big question of the day. Which color did I use for shading last time? I have no clue. Well, if we're so fast, I guess that just means we will have time for Sacabambaspis. Mayo was the most excited one, so I will make sure to make it a lot of points worth, so that Mayo will literally go points broke redeeming that. Yeah, that looks like this art was made by a different artist. I have nothing to say for myself. This literally looks like it's a different artist's art. Wait, let me actually make the thingies. No. Oi, oi, oi. I love me some changing art style. Thank you, Hito. For sure, whenever I'm debuting, I am remaking my emotes, like all of them. I'm just taking the exact same emotes and just redrawing in my new style. And and I don't care. That's what we're gonna be doing. Yeah, it's kind of readable. You can somewhat see what's going on, but I mean, can't make it any better. It doesn't already have most of the details anyways. Which color did I use for shading hair? I have no clue, but today it's gonna be this color. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. 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 Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, and where's the light source? You know, the all-time question of where's the light source? It's my favorite Gordon Ramsay meme. Which is not exactly, but instead of the lamb sauce, somebody made where's the light source for artists. It's just precious. I just really love that meme. Bro, I can teach you for free. It's not like I have some wonderful skill in making this emote, but like I can teach you this style. That's easy, like I swear, brother, that doesn't take much time. Like sure, you probably at first will be struggling a tiny bit just because you're not used to it, but like it's really not that hard. I promise you. You can do it. Should I shade the bottom of the face? It feels like I should, considering how we are just... Let me... Maybe I should make that darker? I don't know. Let's see what happens if we shade the bottom of the face. A bit. Probably nothing bad, but you know. Yeah, that's good. That's fine, that's fine. Or maybe also I could, you know. The nose. That's a tiny nose. Not like you can see it from that distance, but it's there. It's there. The colors look so much better on these emotes than on my previous ones. Somehow, I don't know, man. I improve my art and then I have to make art for myself again, and it's so different. I don't like this. Like on the one hand, it's pretty good that I'm able to progress visibly even for myself, but on the other hand, I cannot keep my assets consistent for the life of me. You need to learn how to use drawing tools properly. I mean, what is even the proper use of drawing tools though? Like what? What do you mean by properly? Okay, we gotta put some highlights here and there. There we go. I really feel like putting the highlight there as well, but it's not like you can see it. Just for the consistency's sake. Maybe also add a bit of like a shadow there as well.
Huh? Nani?
Thank you for the headbutt! Why is my chat not showing me who's headbutting me? Oh, Les! Thank you! Thank you for headbutt! Don't even know where to start. I mean, how you use layers and mask things when you're coloring. There is no correct way though. I mean... I guess I've been drawing digitally for so long. Like at this point, I don't even think about things like this in a way that, okay, so this I need for this, this I need for this. Like for me, it's at this point a creative process. Like I just know what instruments do, right? Like I just know which instrument does, and then I just use it. However, depending on situation, but you are right. I guess like you, if you don't know what to do, you probably need to learn like techniques and something. Just to help you start, but bro, my path to digital art is so messed up. Like literally YouTube tutorials is pretty much everything I have been doing when I was starting out. I love art so much. You have no idea, guys, how much I love art. Like nobody loves art as much as I do. Honestly, let's shade this. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I still have no idea where's the light source, but apparently it's somewhere on the left. Right, that's left. That's left. That's right, that's left. But like I can literally explain to you layers and stuff easily in like what? 15 minutes right now if you want. Let's have an art tutorial for everyone while I'm streaming. Let me finish the emote first. We can do this on the Sacabambaspis PNG because we need to do that. Although I still have to sketch it. I haven't sketched the Sacabambaspis, so it's a bit... No, but I can do it. Okay, the red things I'll probably leave like that. I don't think they need shading, but we do need to shade the thing. Give me a sec. I mean, we're already finishing with this emote, so I'll probably just like finish it, send it to the Twitch for the approval to make sure it doesn't give us the bun hammer instead of the bonk hammer. Okay, that's that. Hammer. That's a hammer. Do I need the highlights on the hammer? That's the big question. Do I? I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I fancy some highlights on the hammer. Okay, here's our bonk emote. It's done. Yeah, it's a very different style to what I did before. Again, I love me some improvement in my art that just changes the style for my stuff, but like, you know, bonk emote. Okay, let's save this first. Let's export and send it to Twitch for approval. Maybe it will get approved like literally right away. Although I don't know if I should set this as a free emote for like followers or if I should make it subscriber only. Because like I have slots in both places, but I don't know. I really don't know like how to decide which emote goes to subs, which emote goes to followers. I really don't know. But let's see. What are your guys' take on this? What is your take? Where should we put it? Should we put it into the subs or should we put it into followers? Follower emotes can never be used outside of your channel. Well, I think they can be used if you have a sub though, right? Like, I'm pretty sure if you have a sub, you can use follower emotes as well. Oh no, I clicked somewhere and my Twitch just decided to do some weird stuff with the interface, but that's fine. Because I think I can use my own emotes everywhere, because like technically I have a sub to my own channel, right? So I think that's how it works. So it's like, yeah, followers can't use my emotes outside, but they get to use some emotes. You know what? Sure, let's give this emote to followers because they only have heart and wings, which is, you know, kind of sad. Which, like, sure, I made wings so you can put wings on any emote you want, you know, but where is it? Yeah, it looks very different, but you know what? The difference is not very noticeable. I think I even managed to somewhat match the colors, although they are clearly different, but oh well. Oh well. Okay. Follower emote, yes. Shimo Bonk. Is bonk okay word? Is it allowed by Twitch? Hope so. What the heck is this, Nami? Namiya! I gave you wings so you can make huge Shibo with wings, but now we're just putting wings on anything, are we? Oh, I think it was instantly approved. Let's check. Let's check. Maybe you need to refresh. Do I see it? Do I need to refresh it? Maybe I need to refresh my own Twitch to see it, but I think it does. It's not pending the approval. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. It's added. Congratulations, we have a new free emote, which is a bonk emote. Feel free to use it now. Now you can bonk each other. Does it look like a bonk emote? I don't know. I think it doesn't, but at the same time, it's there. And hey, we spent only like hour and 15 minutes on it, considering also 15 minutes of that was probably me sipping over Novelet, but it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to use wings for cute emotes, you know, not for your simping content. Although, trust the tentacles. I mean, you were basically asking for it. I know nothing. Okay, well, that's the bonk emote for you. Let me save this file and now we can open the new one. What's supposed to be the size of Sacabambaspis? Wait, I keep forgetting what is supposed to be the size of wait a second. Let me do some calculations here. Don't worry, I'm still here. I just need to look into my own why am I looking at this though? I can probably just reference the image that I have. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. But you know, at least I'm glad you guys like the wings emote. Okay, where is... I have folders for everything and yet still I can never figure... What the heck is this? Oh my god. I can never figure out what I put in which folder. Oh, there it is. Okay, big question. What size are you supposed to be? Now I need more details on the sides. Okay. Let's make a new canvas. And we need it to be 248. What a wonderful art tutorial on Sacabambaspis PNG. Okay, but like big question though, very important. How exactly should I approach explaining stuff? Like, what would you like to know? Like, would you like to know what are different things doing, or like what you're supposed to be using them for? Also, I hope nobody minds that I'm using Photoshop, because like, excuse me, I'm a Photoshop gang here. I don't do Clip Studio Paint and whatnot because I am stubborn, so Photoshop it is. Okay, let me bonk emote close. Now we have a new thing. Is it capturing properly? I think it is capturing properly. Only GIMP. GIMP actually decent art software. I used GIMP before I started doing digital art. Like I was doing, man, let me try finding you what I was doing in GIMP. I have some very nice memories of my life of using GIMP. I was very much into Winx Club back then. So I was looking for, you know, like the body mannequins that they made out of like Winx art, and then I was drawing clothes on that. Let me show you my wonderful GIMP artwork. Okay, I don't think you're prepared for this. I was in like a 5th grade, okay? So no judgment, it was the beginner artist stuff. Also, this wonderful unit of a mermaid, look at her! That's a mermaid right there, come on. And I have some Photoshop that I did. I found like some mermaid tails, I think. And I just kinda Photoshopped them on the wings. Don't mind the non-existent hair volume, but like I just cut like the pieces, I think, off of the tail to make fins or something. Oh my lord, the memories. If you have questions why I still have it on my laptop, because I can't delete this. This is memories. Leave me alone. Okay, so please, like, what the different steps you go through are. Oh man, you will be disappointed. What steps do I go through? I just color. Okay, I'll try to give explanation to what you could do. Although, like, honestly, using different tools is kind of more of advanced level. Like, usually when you're a beginner artist, you would just draw. You know, you wouldn't really use fancy stuff because you don't need all the layer thingies and whatnot. Also, I am literally in the way. I'm literally in the way. How do I go about this? Let's try to figure it out. Let me move this here, and then we get this here. This is not my layout, but because I have OBS that needs to capture every single thing to be able to capture Photoshop also. This, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this thing. Is it this one? What is this? I don't understand. No, this is notifications. This is chat. How am I losing? Okay, there you go. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Can I just move this a little down? It's not like there's anything important there, but like, oh, 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 that's so trippy. Okay, don't mind the cursor. Do I have something that captures this as well? No, I don't get it. Okay, Photoshop is just so hard to capture with OBS. I'm so sorry. This is disgusting. Don't use Photoshop. My honest review, don't use Photoshop. Also, I need a reference of Sacabambaspis. Do I know how Sacabambaspis looks like? Yes, but... Sacabambaspis. Let's sketch ourselves some nice Sacabambaspis. Right? Let's make some I don't know what Sacabambaspis what PNG of Sacabambaspis is supposed to look like for me, but I would assume I should make, like, you know, the kind of like a shrimping Sacabambaspis basically, because that's what I do usually. So like, yeah, this is the pose that I'm sitting in pretty much daily anyways. So it's fine. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. And just a tiny bit of a tail. It has a tiny bit of a tail. Is this how Sacabambaspis tail looks like? Nobody knows. But oh god. Oh god, this is so cursed. This is gonna be so cursed. I hope you guys are fine with it being cursed. Oh yeah, yoy. That doesn't look stupid enough. It needs to look stupider, right? Because like it has its eyes literally somewhere here. And yeah. The hell am I doing, man? It needs to have a bow, a ribbon somewhere. It doesn't even have fins. Like this stupid thingy doesn't even have any fins on it. Like it's literally just like a worm with a mermaid tail. Needs to be smaller, so it looks stupider. Right there, yes. There we go. Now we need to give it my hair. Somehow. I don't know what Mayo expected, but this is... I feel like this is just gonna be very cursed. It's just gonna be cursed. I'm so sorry. You have to witness this. Yeah, this is cursed. This is cursed. I don't know. I can't look at this. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you spent your money for? You wanted a PNG of this? See? I can't. Yeah, okay, no, I'm not changing a single thing about this. Like, I don't know what was Maya's expectation. But I'm like, I'm keeping this. This is perfect. It could be any better. Now we need to turn this into a proper PNG. Okay, well, I'm not sure where to start my tutorial, but I'm pretty sure that layer transparency is not something that you need explanation. Like, yeah, that just changes the opacity of the layer. Well, I mean, transparency. But like in Photoshop, for example, if you're using Photoshop, the cool thing is that it has the opacity, right? Which is just changes the color opacity, but it keeps the layer's opacity, right? Like the entire layer's opacity is still 100%. All you can change the layer opacity, and then, you know, the entire layer becomes more opaque. To be honest, I don't ever use it, but I have something that I can show you that probably explains what's the difference between that is. In case your software also has it, it can be useful. So let's say we created a clipping mask, right? And clipping mask, by the way, it just creates a separate layer. When it's not clipped, it's just like, you know, it's just a normal layer, you just color it. But when you create a clipping mask and you clip this layer to the bottom layer, because that's usually how clipping mask works, like the color is only going to be appearing on the exact same content that the bottom layer has. See, basically, if I release the clipping mask, it's just color. If I create the clipping mask to the bottom layer, it's colored. Okay, so if I change the fill opacity, it also affects the clipping mask as well, because everything becomes like the layer itself becomes more transparent. But if let's change the clipping mask as well, surprisingly. Okay, well, I think, oh yeah, okay. I think in Photoshop that works only with effects though. If you change the opacity of the color, in Photoshop you can, like, the layer can have effects, but you can't see it because Photoshop creates a new screen, obviously, for your layers. Well, not layers, but everything basically. But like, you can have layer effects and then it's not gonna be affected. I was hoping that if you change the opacity of just color, like the clipping mask is not gonna become more transparent, but it does. But yeah, well, now you know what clipping mask is. But I usually just change the fill opacity because I use opacity mostly like for reasons of making the layer more transparent, so I usually don't care which kind of opacity I use. Yes, it's the fish. Okay, we need to make... I'm not gonna be making this thing... Should I make this thing blink? I don't know. What's gonna be the line art size? That is the question. Also, wonderful setting is called smoothing. Again, you can't see the slider itself, but if you look at the top of the window, you will see how the percentages change in here in this little tiny thing. Because I have a slider, which, yeah, I don't know what is the situation with the cursor. But like, the slider doesn't appear for you on the screen because, again, OBS only captures Photoshop window by window, so it's like no stupid thing. But basically, if you change smoothing, it's basically your stabilizer, so it allows your shaky hands to make beautiful curvy lines. Okay, so this is like 41% stabilizer. Alright, let's remove that and see how shaky my hand is. Not that different because I'm a cool artist, but like, you see, this start was not a very confident start right here, so that's why you would want to use stabilizer. But also, if you make your smoothing like too high, like 100%, it just... in some software it becomes super slow, so I would recommend that. That doesn't look natural, but for the line art I usually keep it pretty high. I'm out a few secs and see if you use the emote. Well, it's not an emote, it's gonna be a PNG, like a redeemable on my chat. Don't mind that, okay, Lucy? I'm so sorry you have to witness this. You probably commissioned me thinking I was just a nice artist VTuber. No, I am, you know, the chaotic neutral. I think that's pretty much me in D&D. Okay. So yeah, my shaky hands are very shaky. That's why I use stabilizer, and you should do too. In Photoshop though, I think stabilizer works a little worse than it worked in Paint Tool Sai, and I can't really vouch for Clip Studio Paint because I've never tried it, but in Paint Tool Sai, stabilizer was like very strong. But basically, like, see this line? I'm making it with my mouse right now, like I'm not using the pen, and if I use the exact same line with my mouse without stabilizer, it turns into this. So like if you want to do some stuff with your mouse, if you like don't have a tablet and you really need to make something more or less clean, you can probably just use stabilizer 100% with your mouse. Okay, we need to make mouse closed. Should make it slowly pop up from the bottom of the screen. You know what I should do with the Sacabambaspis? Basically, if anybody ever spends their bits to like redeem the what's it called? The spook. How is it called? How's it called? Oh no, I forgot the word. Screamer, right? Like I have a. There's a jump scare. If somebody spends 20 bits to redeem jump scare instead of like getting the jump scare sound, although okay, there will be a jump scare sound, but like this thing just appears for scream, so it can scare whoever spent the bits as well. So it's like, you know, not just me getting a jump scare, but they're getting the full screen. I should probably use Photoshop, right? I imagine it's the most developed by now. Honestly, use Clip Studio Paint, my friend. Don't use Photoshop for art. I am a professional artist. I can do whatever the heck I want and however I want. I use Photoshop not just for arting, but also for making like the designs and stuff, just because I know like all the filters and things that Photoshop has. And like also a lot of software takes PSD files, right? For example, the how's it called? The Life 2D Cubism, it takes PSD files. So like sure, you can export PSD from Clip Studio Paint, but like why not just use Photoshop? But like if you want to make art, don't use Photoshop. Don't be like me. Because you know what Photoshop is missing compared to any other software like Paint Tool Sai or Clip Studio Paint? Color mixing. Okay, I'm now gonna go into a bit of a more advanced territory. I'm not sure like if what I will explain will be something people understand, but basically Photoshop works a little differently with its colors compared to specifically art softwares like Clip Studio, what, Fire Alpaca maybe? I don't remember the names, but like Clip Studio and Paint Tool Sai, the two software that I actually know. Basically, if you take one layer, right, and you put, I don't know, let's say green color on this layer, some green dot, some green color, and then you take the brush that has some kind of like transparency to it, right? Like this is the brush that has some transparency, and then we're taking different color, and then I'm putting this color on top of the green. So Photoshop just simply puts the color on top. It looks blended to you, it looks like it's blending, but it's actually not. The Photoshop calculation works that it just like uses this semi-transparent red, right, that I made, and it just oops, it was the same layer, but yeah, and it just puts it on top of green, and that's it. In any other software, in like the art software, usually it also tries to mix your colors. It's a very subtle difference to understand when you're just looking at it like this, but the main thing that it allows to do in other software is to have a brush with which you can literally just mix, like for example this border between the green and red color, you normally can just mix it and it kind of becomes a little bit blurry. And this is a very useful tool. Photoshop does not have that because it doesn't work with color blending. It has the smudge tool, right? Like this finger smudge thingy, whatever it is. It has the blur, whatever it's called, blur tool, smudge tool, but it is not it. Like, let's try the blur. Let's see what blur does. What does it do? It doesn't even do anything. It doesn't even do anything here. I think a smudge is a bit more visible usually. Yeah, so like you can smudge like this, right? But it doesn't mix your colors. Like sure, you can create an illusion of mixed colors. This is just something I'm very good at. But like the blur tool doesn't even really do anything visibly. Like nothing is happening. So that's why if you want to be able to blur anything at all, don't use Photoshop, use Clip Studio. Clip Studio does have blur and it mixes colors. So my friends recommend Krita. Have you tried it? Not sure, maybe. But I can say that any software that's specifically designed for art is better than Photoshop. Because Photoshop is not made for art. That's the whole point though. Photoshop is not an art software. It's called Photoshop for a reason, you know? Don't like this mouth. Needs to be better. It's made for editing photos and it's hella good at that, right? Like you can make mock-ups, you can edit photos. It's like very universal software, right? And a lot of people draw in it as well because it's just so universal and it has all these instruments and stuff, but it was not designed for art. So if you want something that you're not gonna be struggling with too much, pick up specifically art software. And I think Krita is good. Like I've heard about it a lot of good as well. I think from like the stuff I tried Paint Tool Sai while I was using it for like a lot of years. I tried Medibang because it's like a mobile software. That was decent, but you know it's free, it's on mobile, how good can it be, okay? I always wondered why people draw in Photoshop and not Illustrator. And then I mean, Illustrator only supports vector stuff though. That's the main point though. Illustrator is literally just for vector graphics, which is it's really not my thing. You can make very pretty thing with Illustrator, but no. No, vector graphics. No. I just use vector tools in Photoshop. That's what I do when I need vector, which is thankfully not often. Yeah, it's basically for logos, you could say, like any kind of vector art. Also design, like if you're designing, let's say, overlays in something, Illustrator could be good for that. But again, Illustrator, like Photoshop, is a very professional tool. And if you don't know what you're doing in that software and how to approach like designing and whatnot, you're just gonna be struggling a lot. Like, you know what you can use for designing your overlays? Microsoft PowerPoint. Literally, the office software. Like PowerPoint for designing stuff. Mwah! Perfect. Literally. 100 out of 10. Recommend. And also pretty much a lot of people already have it. So like, you know, there's no point in buying a new entire software, which is also by Adobe. Yeah, I mean Illustrator. It's kinda not worth it. Yeah, Canva is a decent one. Canva is a decent one, but You can use PowerPoint as well. I don't like what I don't like about Canva is that it's online, which makes it a bit harder. And also, like in Canva, it has so many supposedly free assets. But as far as I know, recently, a couple months ago, I've seen that some artists, actually even from like VTubers community or something, found their art, their like copyrighted art, commissions that they made for someone on Canvas being kind of like free or something, and they never submitted it there. So you know, it's like, sure, you can use Canvas, but like if you try using their free assets, well, there's always a chance that stuff was stolen, like with any online services. So you know, I did icons in Illustrator Adobe after making the roughs in Photoshop. Yeah, that makes sense. I would do the same. Although I designed a lot of stuff in Photoshop, because honestly Photoshop has pretty much all the instruments that Illustrator has. Well, maybe not all, but like it has the same capabilities. You can figure out how to do all the things you would need to do in Illustrator, so yeah. Canva has so much paid stuff. They do. But also a lot of the stuff that they have is kind of questionable overall. I don't know. Canva, cool that Canva exists. I made some of my school project in there, but like honestly PowerPoint has the exact same the capabilities, unless you really want to try one of those assets that they have there. Eyes, close it. Or no, now you can see all my me naming layers, and you will discover that I don't know how to spell. Yes, that thing is gonna be blinking. I don't know what about you guys, but I think that thing needs to be blinking. Oh my god, this is so cursed, such a cursed art. Wow, my favorite. It's absolutely cursed. Let's make the eyelashes. We need to give eyelashes, because it's not Shimoza if it doesn't have the eyelashes like at least a couple of centimeters long. I have no idea where I got this like long eyelashes on my design. Like I think at some point I just saw somebody's art style who was like just doing this kind of long eyelashes by default, and I thought it would look cool on my character. And since then, for many years, my character has long as eyelashes. I mean, it is a PNG tuber model. That's kind of the point, isn't it? Like, at least that's how I understood it. If we're making it as a PNG redeem, that basically means you redeem, and my PNG instead of your normal Shimoza turns into this cursed thing. At least that's how I understood it. So no. It's no, I don't do just popping up PNGs. That's so fun. We're gonna go all the way cursed. There you go, look at this. This eyelash is like a kilometer long. Not like I have them long IRL, but absolutely wonderful. That's just eyeliner, you know, it's just eyeliner. It's a pretty girl. What can I say? Okay. Now let's do the main part. So pretty. Aren't I just beautiful like this? Look at me. All the makeup on. Should I make a blush for this? Like, how cursed do we want to go? How cursed we talking here? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh my god. Should I make it a little longer? I'm not sure. Should I make it longer? Yeah, I probably should. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be making this a little longer. Because I don't have that big of a forehead, IRL. Of course not. Why would I? I recently actually decided after like what 2 years to grow back my shaved half of the head, because in case you didn't know, I had like half of my head shaved, and it's just because I don't have money to go to hair salon, right? So I shaved that stuff myself, and it just became such a drag. And then I thought, okay, but I also kind of can't really do many hairstyles with this because it's like a very specific thing. Not like I do any hairstyles at all, mind you, I just exist, but I got so tired of like shaving it for 2 years because it grows back like instantly. So yeah, undercut, not exactly, like literally, literally my right half of the head is shaved. Like not an entire half, like a little bit less, I think, but kind of like, yeah. Yeah, I have like very long hair, IRL. Well, how very long? I think as long as my model's hair, maybe a tiny bit longer. But then like 2 years ago, I was like, I am going full futuristic tech wear style with my clothes and everything. So let me shave my head. Well, not fully shaved because then I just look like an egg, but like I shaved half of it. And I tried to maintain it for 2 years and I got so tired of it at this point because it just grows back and you have to shave and it takes so long and I can't see on the back, so it's always super terrible on the back because like there, you know, these tiny hairs that are like here and there and like So now we are growing it back, but thankfully my hair is like long enough and just I have enough hair in my head that I can literally cover that spot and you will never know that I have it shaved, so like it's gonna be emotional damage. It's gonna be fine to grow it back. Hi Keter! Hi! Welcome! We made an entire new emote, by the way, while you were away. Check out, it's for followers, but you have a sub, right? So you can check. But check out, we have a new emote, and it was Insta approved, so it's right in there. And we are making whatever Mayo really wanted. Ay. I hope Mayo's gonna be very happy with this, with this, just with this. Whatever this is. There we go. Oh my god. Why even? Okay, I think it's also about time we start thinking how expensive is this redeem gonna be. Like how many points do we want to charge Mayo for the pleasure of seeing Sacabambaspis on his stream? Oh, you now have 2 goals. Damn. Damn. Trying to impress my crush and getting Ultra Pog Champ. Whoa. How are you gonna impress your crush? Sure. Because we're obviously very good at this kind of stuff here on the stream, so we can obviously, you know, give you advice. Check out your plan for impressing your crush, because of course we are, as VTubers and gamers, very much qualified to judge that. Baka had her model swap at 1k. How much do I charge for... well, charge as if I'm taking money. How much do I charge for my... Comrade? Comrade! I put 3k on Comrade though. I think Sacabambaspis should be a little bit cheaper than Comrade, because Sacabambaspis doesn't require me to attempt Russian X. I'm the type who wouldn't make a normal conversation, just stare at her and not talk to her. Bro, same. Same. That's why I only have crushes on fictional characters. Literally saves you so much energy, because you just know that it's fictional characters, so you don't have to worry about being awkward or impressing them. You just, you know, enjoy the content. You should have a 1k swap to this and 1k to swap back so everyone can find over. 5k for bikini. No. Bikini is only when I decide bikini. Otherwise, you guys just gonna keep me in bikini the entire stream. And it's kind of getting cold outside, in case you didn't notice. Like, the summer is over. Like, it's been raining these days, so... Part of me want to become a stalker, but I shall not let up. Bro, no! No, don't do that. It's probably just gonna, like, if you be weird, it's probably gonna just think, make her not like you because you're weird, so don't do that. Keep in mind that she will not start liking you when she realizes that you've been stalking her, so, you know. That's true. Exactly. It's almost hoodie weather again. True. I kinda really want some new clothes, but then I'm also looking at Genshin cosplay. And, like, you know, maybe I don't need new clothes that much. I only have, like, what? I have only like 3 wearable hoodies, and then one of them is for in the house because I spilled soy sauce on it. It was a nice hoodie, but now it has a soy sauce stain that does not come out no matter what I do to it, so I just left it there. And now it's a soy sauce hoodie. Bark mode! Cuter, what the heck is the bark mode? Man, what's going on? You okay there? What the hell? Bark mode? Don't bark. Don't bark at your crush. Please, guys, don't bark at your crushes. That's not gonna work, I promise you. What are we listening to? Is it still Stream Coffee? Because I kinda don't want any copyright. Yeah, it's still Stream Coffee. Okay, then we're good. I'm not gonna tentacle Keter because Keter is not 18 plus. You know, we're keeping the community chill because we have Keter here. And we can be, you know, nice people. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sorry, as much as Keither apparently does want the kind of art, we're not going to do that. And that's why I'm also not posting the art on my Discord for now. Maybe in a couple of years, but like I also don't really want my community to be strictly 18 plus. Like sure, probably 16 plus, but like I don't make any kind of like. Oh no, it doesn't look good, does it? Because I put it. Okay, gotta move you. I gotta move the bow because now it's just touching the line art. And it shouldn't. Tentacle handshake, exactly. Only handshakes allowed. I was supposed to tell something about art, but bro, I'm stuck lining this absolute unit of a PNG. Like, look at this. Look at this. Literally my best artwork I ever made. You can't just make chibi art and like the style of Sacabambaspis face. You just imagine this but like with legs. It's like up, up, up. And it's a chibi. I just had this too long, whatever. Ay ay ay. Sacabambaspis. Why does Sacabambaspis have no fins though? That's what's bothering me. Like how is this thing properly able to swim if it only has like the tail? And the tail is even tiny. Like what's the size of the tail? What is this? What is this? Sacabambaspis, why do you exist? What are you, Sacabambaspis? Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Better than anything you've ever seen. Okay, let me look again. What does the Sacabambaspis tail look like? I think it actually has like I did a mermaid tail, but I think it actually has like this kind of tail. So it's a bit like, it's still mermaid tail. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I died there for a sec. It needs to have the Amogus hands, you know? With like a drawing pen. But it needs to be Sacabambaspis huge? Never! I mean never! Like I wouldn't even feel good charging for that. Also it's not a good Sacabambaspis art. Like mind you, this is just a cursed art that I did without really putting much effort into it, so it's not a good art. It's not qualified to be charged money for. And I'm too lazy to do it for free with this one. Okay, let's color it. Okay, super important. Again, since we're doing some art education here, very important notice for everyone. Don't select when you want to color something, and it doesn't matter either you want to use the bucket tool or a magic wand, although you should be using magic wand, not bucket tool. But like don't select the outside of the drawing and color that. Basically, let me tell you, sure, you can adjust your selection tool, and you should do that. For example, here on top, wait, let me check if you can see it or not. Like there's this parameter that you can't see for some reason on my screen. I don't know why, because it goes away. But like on top here, see, there's the tolerance thingy. Basically, This helps to adjust how much of the tiny little corners does the magic wand capture, because like let's say we pick 0. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference with 0 because I have the thick line art here, but does it make difference with my thick line art? I don't think it does make much difference here, just because like I have a very thick line art today, but normally if you have a big artwork with like tinier line art and this kind of like small corners, you do want to adjust some kind of settings for your magic wand to make sure it captures as much as possible. But yeah, basically if you select with the magic wand inside of the thingy, inside of some area, and then you just use the bucket tool, probably can't really see it very well, but here, for example, that's very actually noticeable when you just look at finished art. There is a bit of a gap, which is semi-transparent between your red and your line art, and it's absolutely gross and disgusting. And on like zoomed in art with background, you can literally see the outline. Oh, this here, you can see this. This is gross. Ew, that should be colored. Like, there shouldn't be this white garbage. So instead of doing that, what you usually want to do, well, if you need to color inside the lines, which is very hard, I know, I don't like it too, you select the outside of the thing instead. So you have selection together with the line art. Yeah, like this my selection is pretty good. Then we just invert the selection. Usually all art software allow you to invert selection. If you use Paint Tool Sai or Clip Studio, they definitely have this. And then you can use the bucket tool to fill in your selection, basically like this. So it has the entire thing, like with your line art. Let me remove the line art. That's not the full line art, but whatever. Basically, see, it doesn't have any gaps where the line art was. But what I also like to do to make sure the color doesn't bleed outside, because right now you see our selection is literally on the border. And because our border has this grayish pixels, we might face the exact same issue we had before, but just the opposite, that the color bleeds outside of like the borders. What I usually do, I have it photoshopped this a magical thing which is called modify selection contract, and I can contract it by like 2 pixels literally. You can't see, of course, that's on the screen because OBS doesn't capture that stuff, but see how like the line moved a bit inside? So now like all our selection inside all our line art, so the color is definitely not gonna be bleeding outside. And that just makes your art way neater, because like I can see those white lines around your line art. I know when you use bucket tool or a selection magic wand. That's very noticeable, I'm sorry. Okay, we need to select what color Sacabambaspis is though. Yeah, that's happened on the outside, exactly. That's why we need to modify selection. That's why I said don't really use bucket tool right away. Use the selection first, because you can modify selection at least in Photoshop. I think Clip Studio also has it, where you can modify the selection. So yeah, that's basically your best way to go. So let me choose the Sacabambaspis color, and I can say more stuff. Okay. It's supposed to be some kind of grayish. Is it like a warm grayish tone? I really don't know. I'll put it in the purple zone probably. Very important tip for art. I don't know if that's something relevant, but like when you make art, well, you can see my color triangle. I don't know if you can see my cursor there. I have to look at the... Can I see my cursor? I don't think you can. Oh, you can. Okay, now you can see. Okay, so see my cursor. Basically, this side of the color wheel, which is like pure black, pure white, pure gray. That don't touch it. Don't touch it. For design purposes, maybe, but when you're making art, it needs to have some slight, at least a little bit of like some kind of color hue. Just pure white, pure black, gray look messy. Like, sure, you can probably use them for certain things, like for example for line art sometimes you can use pure black if it's like comic style line art, or you can use pure white for eye highlights in anime style. That's gonna be okay-ish, but like for coloring other things, just, you know, try to give it some sort of a hue here and there. It's really gonna look way better, and your color is gonna look, how they say, juicier, I guess. Like this way you can literally control if your gray is warm or cool tone, because normally it's just gonna be gray. Sure, there is color theory, but like you can literally give a bit of a hue to your gray, make it something. How many pixels wide is your normal drawing brush for lining? Oh bro, it really depends on the size of your canvas. It depends on the canvas. Because right now I'm drawing on 2K by 2K. So is it right now it's 9 pixels, but like I really change it often. So like right now it's 9 pixels because it's a bit of a cartoony situation here with Sacabambaspis. Right, and like I don't mind the line art being thick. Like on some very detailed art, I can go like 2 or even 1 pixels. Well, usually between 2 and 3. I don't think I ever go 1 pixel these days, but it can happen. And yeah, for Live 2D models, your brush is probably gonna be thicker just because Live 2D models have such high resolution, like you do need thicker brushes. So it's a bit of a, it depends, like really just choose whatever you need depending on the style you're going for and depending on your canvas resolution. Okay, now next thing. I draw in Photoshop again, and Photoshop also has a bit of a limited situation because here's how I would go about coloring stuff normally in Paint Tool SAI. I would make this kind of like a base layer, right, underneath everything, which is literally base. It doesn't even have to be the color of the art I'm going for. And then I would create a clipping mask for an entire coloring folder, and that would be just managing colors inside the folder. That worked in Paint Tool SAI. Not sure if it works in Clip Studio Paint. Maybe. It didn't check. However, Photoshop, for some reasons, is incapable of clipping an entire folder to the layer. So we can't do that. Of course, you can technically make clipping masks for like everything on top of your, you know, the main color. But here's what happens if you do that. Let me tell you why it's probably not a good idea. So let's say we did make a clipping mask, right? Like now we can color our belly. Then we create next clipping mask, and we're probably gonna color hair. Don't mind me doing it super messily, I'm just showing, right? Like we're gonna color hair here, there. And now you want to do shading for hair. Sure, you can just lock the layer, right? And locking layer allows you to draw on this layer like without going outside of the contents of the layer. It's just it places it on the same layer, so it's like a clipping mask, but everything happens on the same layer. But if you need some extra layers to shade your hair, you can't do that anymore, because if you clip it again, it's just gonna still go everywhere. So that's not a good way to go about it. That's what I don't like about Photoshop. And that's why what I usually do, I have this layer, right, which is a bottom layer, which I'm also going to be using for coloring, because I just feel like it. You can have it as a separate layer, it doesn't matter. I usually just select all the contents of this layer. So like I keep this layer to be able to select everything. And now I can make a new layer, and I can I can color inside of it, and it's gonna be coloring inside of the selection that I just made. And the good thing about it, that usually if you have, let's say you have a clipping mask, right? So you color, you got your belly, it's nice, but then for some reasons, you might want to release the clipping mask. See what happens? It remembers that you had contents outside, right, on the layer. However, if you have the content selected, right, and now you don't make a clipping mask, you just color inside of a selection, as soon as you remove the selection, it stays as it was, like it didn't create any extra content outside of your selection. So it's just way better to manage your layers with this, with selection, instead of like clipping mask. Like really, clipping mask is for the kind of layers that you would potentially be able to merge at the end, and you wouldn't really care, right? But like for separate parts, just use selection. And yes, yeah, you will have to color things like hair by hand. You will have to do, you know, like the coloring book situation where you don't have a like a selection on the hair specifically, so you'll have to sit here and try to get it in all inside the lines, which is a bit of a complicated thing to do, especially as a beginner. But like I would say, if you should be able to color inside the lines if you want to do art. That's kind of like a normal skill to have, so you should have that, you know? Always saying it's already hoodie weather. I mean, I guess it is. Anyways, let's continue with our Sacabambaspis. Bombaspis. How much of a belly does Sacabambaspis have? Sacabambaspis also has like this kind of situation going on. And also another thing, when you're coloring stuff, like when you color like this bottom like belly layer, right? But you don't have hair yet. Like the hair is gonna be a top layer. Go outside the lines, like actually even on purpose, go outside the lines. This way you will make sure that the color gets all the way up to the lines, and you won't have any weird gaps between your hair color and your normal color. So like literally go behind the lines. Can't make her voice. Okay, that's a belly. That's a Sacabambaspis belly. There we go. Now let's color hair. I probably should have color picked from my emote or something, but I didn't. So now we're doing the guessing game again. Did I guess the color correctly? Also, let me remove the... What is this? It's a hair and the... Why is it separate again? I don't know. Merge. Let me remove the eyes and mouth as well, so I don't color that stuff. Also, fun fact, I do this kind of base layers for selection even for live 2D models, even though like I draw usually them part by part, like I already draw them all separate. Still find it useful to have the overall selection of the entire thing available, that I at least don't go outside of the intended body shape. So really, using selection instead of clipping masks is a way to go. Like sure, sometimes you do need a clipping mask, but like, bro, selection tool. Best stuff that ever happened to you. I don't know if Clip Studio Paint has the option to select the contents of the layer, but I think it should. I think it should. I think I've seen somewhere that it does. But again, I am the Photoshop person, so forgive me for being the betrayer of all artists. I don't even think I'm gonna be shading this, although I could a bit. Don't know. I need to not forget to add the blush as well, because I already forgot that I wanted to. Also, honestly, Paint Tool Sai had such nice vector tools. Like, Paint Tool Sai vectors worked kind of like brush, instead of like normal vector tools work in like Photoshop, for example, and Illustrator. And it was so useful because with Paint Tool Sai you could make artwork without even owning a graphic tablet. Like, sure, it would have a very specific style, but it was so doable. And I have no idea if Clip Studio has that. Well, Photoshop certainly doesn't. Photoshop has like their normal Adobe vector tools, which are I hate them. Have a shortcut to change brush size to get into small spaces. I actually do, but I have 8 buttons on my tablet, plus like 2 buttons for like the scale, the canvas scale, but like I rarely use them because they're not very precise. I usually use my mouse wheel. But I do have a shortcut set. I have like a brush enlarging and brush minimizing. I have no idea what buttons those are because I just set them like on my tablet's buttons when I got my tablet a couple of years ago, and I don't remember which are they in Photoshop, in case you're using Photoshop and you need that. But yeah, I have the buttons here. I even have a I have a button to change to brush, and I have a button to change to eraser, even though like the eraser is also set on the button on my pen, so like I can press like this, right? But sometimes the eraser goes back to brush, sometimes it doesn't. It gets stuck. I don't know what it depends on. So I also have just the shortcut to switch to a brush. I need to hydrate. I'm thirsty. Also, maybe I missed a couple of hydrates.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
Yes. Oh yeah, I did miss the layer check and control save an hour ago, just because I don't see it in my chat again. I'm so sorry. But I will check my layers and save now. I'm sorry. Ah, I've been talking too much. Which is not good, because I have a Genshin stream next week. I should be able to talk during Genshin stream. Why am I already getting tired of talking? What the heck? God, fucking damn it, Dave. I really want to also talk a bit about like the layer overlay settings, but we need to get to the shading part for that. So let me speed run the base colors. A very random thought, but I don't know, might be useful for someone, but like I think there are like 2 general ways to go about coloring stuff that people use. One way is to do like, you know, the base color like I do first, and then go shading it one by one. And technically in like classical artists industry, it's not considered a very good way to color stuff, because you're supposed to be working on your entire art at the same time, like on everything at the same time, and not like step by step. But you know, who cares as long as it works, right? And yeah, the other way is just to like go shading everything right away, like you color everything, like maybe even on one layer, kind of like a sketch colors, start putting all like main lights and shadows right away, and then just start refining it and rendering it more. It's the pro style of work. I can do that for like digital paintings. I can't do that for anime art yet. Maybe one day, but you know. Good luck with the rest of stream. I'm going to make my breakfast. Bye bye, Lucio. Thank you for coming. Have a good breakfast. Yeah, enjoy your breakfast. I need to cook as well after the stream, actually. I gotta cook. I need food to make myself some food. Sacabambaspis. You ordered an egg burrito. That's an interesting one. What's going on? I'm hearing some weird noises outside. That's strange, but okay, whatever. Finally can draw to design character. I've been busy with commission. Just for money I need to buy gift. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was thinking about making an announcement to ask people for commissions. Because, well, I don't know. I don't know. Should I talk about it on stream or should I not? Not like nobody knows. I've been talking about it for ages, but like basically, I rent a room in the house, and I have a very questionable landlord, and I've been living here for more than a year, and it's like very not good on my mental health. It's really not doing me any good. So I really want to move out, but considering I'm not a student anymore and also unemployed, like I'm looking for a job, but it's a process and a very long, and I don't know, because I'm looking for a job in the game industry because that's the only thing I'm able to do, and as you know, like that is not an easy thing to, yeah. So it's a bit of a mess. So I was thinking about maybe like saying that, like making a tweet about that and seeing maybe if people would want to come and show me something, because I'm pretty sure I need to like save up a specific amount of money to just be able to move out, because moving out means you need to pay the deposit, and then for first month, which is gonna be a lot, and then you'll have to also potentially get yourself some furniture and everything, because I have nothing. Like I'm renting a room, that room already has furniture in it, so I literally have nothing. Also considering I'm kind of like an immigrant, well, not really an immigrant, I wouldn't call myself that, I'm an expat. But basically live in a foreign country, it's all, you know, not that easy. Not that easy. Although I could draw. What? Oh my god, Keter. What? Women. What the heck? What kind of friends do you have? I have so many questions. Okay, so this is our normal line art. So yeah, anyways, if somebody wants some commission, some art from me, feel free. Even like chibi sketch is a big help towards the goal. Okay, I will. Don't worry. Money is money, goal is goal. True. Sacabambaspis. What do you wanna? How do you wanna impress your crush though? Because you're speaking about money. Is that gonna be a present? What are you getting? I'm curious. I should just make a very dark mouth. Birthday's coming. So I already know what you want. Ah, I see, the birthday present for your crush. Oh my god, Kier, good luck with that. We all gonna be rooting for you. You have to, you know, really impress the crush with the present and, I don't know, some very elaborate birthday speech. Okay, super important question to everyone. When you wish someone happy birthday, do you also do this like very elaborate wishes speech where like you wish things to a person on their birthday and like you really go try to make it somewhat creative, or are you I wish you all the best type of person? She wants a bracelet with Deng Heng picture in it. Is it Honkai Star Rail? Oh no, it's Honkai Star Rail, isn't it? Oh yeah, okay, that's cool, that's nice. I approve of that. I think we need to make this belly lighter. There we go. There we go, look at this. Another very important thing that I usually do is coloring the line art, because black line art looks good in some styles, but in my style, colored one looks better. And it just makes it a little bit more pleasant. I just wrote my dad a birthday card yesterday and I said, I hope you spend time with family and eat good food. Super elaborate. I see. Well, I mean, I feel like there are people who kinda, like, who you would write that kind of stuff to. Because, like, yeah, and whatever, they wouldn't appreciate your elaborate birthday. And then there are people who are like, you can't all go all out with, because they're just the kind of people you're like, okay, are you prepared for my birthday wishes? Because I've been practicing those lines, you know? Okay, now it should be darker. Should be a little darker. It's a bit of a lazy line art color, but gets the job done. Gets the job done. I usually try to wish my friends like elaborate enough happy birthday, well, unless I'm like not meeting them in person. In person it's usually a bit of a different situation, you know, but like if I am writing birthday wishes for somebody, I'm gonna be like, okay, let's think critically what that person might want, what that person might need. No, like I think I got it from one of the friends I used to have. Like, we weren't friends for long somehow, just because we became friends for like some other friends, you know, type of situation. And then I also moved the country, so it's, you know. But she was always so good at making those like super elaborate birthday wishes. It was kind of like her thing. So I got it from her and I was like, you know, I probably should start doing that too. It's like very inspiring. So I also started making the very elaborate birthday wishes for special people. But, you know. It depends on how much of an impact they had on me, I suppose. I write much more for my VTuber friends when we do stuff for their birthdays. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay. We shall also color the Bambaspis part of Sacabambaspis. Rarely go into birthday parties or hold the birthday celebrate for myself. Same, actually, these days, exactly the same. I am usually a very positive VTuber, okay, we know that, right? But again, here's the deal. The last years, like, because I am right now in a foreign country, and I don't really have many friends here. Like, I'd say I barely have any friends here because, like, sure, you make acquaintance with people while studying at uni, but like, because of the difference of cultures and because of how much time I spend at home just doing like art and stuff, like I'm not exactly the most of friends person. So when it comes to my birthday, I kind of, you know, like the thing comes to mind, like, yeah, I wouldn't even know who to invite to my birthday. The people I would want to invite do not live in this country, and it just kind of makes you feel, you kind of start realizing how lonely you are and all that kind of things, and you just don't want to even celebrate your birthday because you're like, what am I even gonna do? Like, I don't even know where to go in this city because there's not much interesting apart from nightclubs and like a cinema. So you're like, okay, but what would I do for birthday? And you also don't really have any money to like actually organize something, so you end up just being a sad potato on your birthday because that's that's what it is. So yeah, it's understandable. I also really don't go on birthday parties these days or like celebrate with myself. We had a birthday stream a year ago, or even actually more than a year ago, but like this birthday I didn't even celebrate really, because I was trying to graduate uni. I was busy doing important stuff. And the same way, but I had a really nice birthday stream last year, so many people bought me gifts on Troll and it was so sweet. That's nice. That's very nice. Yeah, I think, yeah, my biggest bet on celebrating a birthday is holding a birthday stream because I have more friends online at this point than like offline. which kind of sucks, but like, how do you even make friends? Like, I graduated uni, so I don't go to uni to make friends, right? But also, there are no really like clubs or anything where you could go to like meet new people. So what are you supposed to do to meet people? Like, where do you meet people? Well, online, so you know. Oh, hi, Baka! Hi, Baka, welcome. That's just a goal from my Subathon. Don't mind me. Ay, don't mind me. Same, I moved to different city for work and don't really even know my co-workers. Yeah. That's how it goes most of the time. I had money to give you or Mayo or Shimosa. That's fine, Keter. You know, if you're just coming to like a birthday stream with a person, that's already good enough. Like, you don't really need to actually buy anything. Gifts is kind of like additional stuff. Hey everyone, caught up on stuff. I can now make a project using the Atlassian REST API. Hell yeah, the good old friend Atlassian. One account for everything. Ooh. Oh my god, I think we stopped, or wait, I think we stopped using Atlassian at some point, our like low game company situation. Hey there, Gile, if I hear Gile one more time. No, but like, it's such a good working system though, isn't it? It helps you organize your work process more efficiently. Ay. Ay. I mean, if you make your like system with however you organize your work at a company in an actually efficient way, in a way that works for you, that's usually pretty nice. But if the company is trying to like follow that some generic rules and tries to set up some garbage apps or whatever, it's like bruh. My way is to basically just do the stuff that document left her. Same. Like, I don't know how people manage to move all this like cards into, oh, in progress, whatever. Like, I start the work because I remember what work I need to do, and then after that I move it in review, and like it doesn't hang in the progress because I forget to put stuff in progress, especially if I have a lot of things. I just do them one by one. Anyways, we're now using the wonderful magic of a multiply layer. Of course, you can't see me setting up stuff, but like here, let me see in my OBS if you can see anything here. Here I have the layer settings. As you can see, you can't see the selection menu because again, Photoshop spawns it as a separate window, but you can change a bunch of different overlay settings. See me going through them. They do a lot of different stuff, so you do need to experiment with that, and I think Photoshop has like the widest range of different layer settings. I don't think Clip Studio has like as many as Photoshop does, but the universal ones, for example the multiply that's used pretty often, it's, yeah, I call it the cheaty way to make shadows, but multiply can be used for anything. But like, it's literally exactly what it says. If you guys are programmers here, which as far as I understand you are, you probably will understand how it calculates the thing, but it just multiplies. It just multiplies the color values, and see, it creates the shadow. It's not always a good way to make a shadow. Like, it helps you to make shadow on literally the entire drawing, for example, right? You can have like the multiply layer, right? And then you will not have to render things separately because you can just put shadow everywhere. But the problem with it is, see how it's like in some places the shadow looks cool because we chose the correct color, it looks good, but then on the hair it looks like mud just because this specific color is not suited for shadow. So I wouldn't recommend you try shading everything with multiply at the same time, like unless you have pretty much similar colored parts. Scrum is just a very short morning meeting, but they have to blow it up into a whole philosophical thing. True. I also hate daily stand-ups. Like, my tasks usually, at least in like our gaming club, were like the kind of tasks that you do not finish in a day, but also like not the kind of task the details of which would be interesting to people. So like every day you have to say, well, I'm still working on that shit. Yes, I have no problems, I'm fine, leave me alone. Oh, Baka, you might want to go back and watch the VOD for this. Got some good drawing lessons today. Are they good really though? I don't know. Honestly, I'm just trying to explain how certain things work in Photoshop or like art software, but I don't know how useful they are. I think half of it's like my opinion, but based on experience. Just use drop shadow. But you can't use drop shadow on the art though, because that's not gonna be good. Like if you need to put shadow on a certain piece of art, I don't understand how you even use drop shadow. Like, what's your thought process? I'm so sorry. Drop shadow. Okay, you know what? You know what? Let me tell you. Let me give you a proper art rendering lesson. That's advanced stuff right there. Well, it's actually not, but just to give you some understanding. Let me actually make this layer a little transparent because I don't like that harsh of a shadow. Okay, so shadows, right? Like, sounds simple. You just put a shadow where there's shadow, but it's not That's simple. Sacabambaspis is a bad example, but like I can use it for shading. So basically, you can sort of use a system of 3 shadows to shade anything, right? Well, I'm not talking about highlights yet. Like for light is a separate situation, but if we're speaking about shadows, you have technically 3 types of shadows. You can simplify it to 1 or 2, but like for more detailed art is usually 3. So first shadow is the volume shadow. It's the kind of shadow that allows you to create the 3-dimensional effect for an object. So we have this wonderful Sacabambaspis fish. Wait, let me drink some water. My throat is dying again. Oh my god, talking hard. Wonderful. What's that fish? It's Sacabambaspis. Okay, so I am right now using like super ginormous airbrush for it because, as I told you, Photoshop doesn't have the blending option. It doesn't blend colors. So that's how I work around not being able to blend. Usually you could just use blend tool to like smooth shadows, but basically Sacabambaspis, right? What is the shape of Sacabambaspis? It's a cylinder. If you simplify it, it's a cylinder. You understand, right? So how do you make a 3-dimensional cylinder? Well, you need to shade like the edges of it, technical, right? Like don't mind me doing a poor job of shading. I'm just explaining. So you will have this kind of shadows, right? These shadows make your fish look like a cylinder that it's supposed to be. Beautiful. That creates a shape. That's the shadow that's usually very soft. Like sure, again, it depends on the art style. There are some anime styles that do these shadows in like very cell shaded, like very hard edges, like how I did on the bottom. But like again, for more detail, it's usually the softer shadow, and you can even make it more transparent, like very subtle. Okay. Let me get the back. Then the second one, the second shadow that you have is the cast shadow. That's the one that probably Baka was trying to do, if I understand correctly. That's the shadow that you get from one object overlapping another object. For example, hair here. We're gonna ignore that the head is probably way further from the body. Although, you know, let me put it here. Here, like, for example, under bangs, there's always the cast shadow. Cast shadow usually has relatively hard edges. The fun thing about cast shadow that also goes towards detailed art, and that I usually don't do here because it's Photoshop, is that the further away the object from like the place where it casts the shadow, the more blurred, the more smooth edge the shadow is gonna be. So for example, if you wanna show like the object casting a shadow on Sacabambaspis, you would start, and that like kind of lifts up, you would start with like a very hard shadow, right? And then you would go towards the smoother one, a bigger and smoother one. Alright, this kind of shows that like the object that's casting that shadow goes away from Sacabambaspis. But that's a bit advanced stuff. But either way, you have the wonderful cast shadows that have a harsh edge. And then the third shadow that's like usually overlooked. It depends. Some people do that, some people don't. But it's basically your ambient occlusion, and it can be soft, it can be harsh. It's up to you. I think usually you would try to do it soft. It's very easy to do in 3D software. It's basically the super dark shadows, like tiny dark shadows that go like in the corners where the object is very close, let's say to like a skin, for example, or something. And it's like the places where the light barely goes. Like that's the darkest places. And it's usually like this tiny corners and stuff. Like, for example, if the hair is sandwiched together, like I would put a shadow in like this area, but I can't because it's not the kind of layer. So that's the 3 shadows you usually want to have in your art. Again, depending on the style, you can simplify it to like 2 or even 1 shadow, which is what I'm probably gonna be doing now, but I will have to remove my garbage shading. So yeah, that's the shadows for you. Don't use Photoshop layer shadow. It doesn't work. That doesn't work. Depends how wet it can look. If it doesn't shine like a slippery tentacle or a VTuber fish tail, then what's going on? Wait, what did I miss? She must be pushing her fingers together. Wait, why would you push my fingers together? What's going on? What? ASMR Russian artists tell you about Sacabambaspis and shadow physics while you sleep. Open my eyes and see Sacabambaspis staring at me through my screen. I have no idea what's going on. I'm so sorry that I'm getting so distracted from the chat. When I start talking about something I am genuinely interested in, my focus literally goes all the way there. And I do not exist for chat people anymore somehow. What color is this? I changed the color. I ruined my perfectly good shadow layer. How could I? Where did it go? Wait, what? What happened to you? I just changed the blending options. Oh, so is that you? No, oh wait, I just... Stupid! Multiply. And it was on like 70 something %. He said that Bet Baka wants to be a Sacabambaspis VTuber now. You can be a Sacabambaspis VTuber. Like bro, no joke. Since I have skills in game character concept art. Well, I don't want to say I'm a concept artist because I'm not. I'm actually a 3D artist, but that's beside the point. I have skills in game concept art. I promise you. You can turn Sacabambaspis into a cool, cute VTuber. Like right now, sure, it's very cursed stuff, but... So I push your fingers together because of your conversation. So oh wait, is that stuff? Oh, okay. I heard you, Baka. I heard. I will deliver probably. Well, I'm not gonna be the one delivering here, but you know. No, I mean, of course not. It's just probably gonna be a sketch again, but like the thing is, I already have the image in my head. Like I can see it so clearly as they... No, I mean, I do want to. Here is my concern right now though. Like I really want to, but like also... Like I don't really do often art for just my community members because I don't know, I'm busy or like nothing much happens, but like Fito comes in my life. Fito gives me money for character design and I just start making art for free for Fito because I want to. And on the one hand, I am the artist, right? I can do whatever I want. If something inspires me, why should I not be doing it? If it's a pregnant femboy, who cares? It's my art, I'll do it. But on the other hand, like, do I make my community people feel bad because I'm now just making art for Vito or not? I don't know, but I can't make art for everyone. Like, I wish I could just make art for free for people.
Oh yes, what a gliding me fast there. Bonjour, you fucking ass.
Keter, welcome. Like, I don't know, like, am I neglecting my people? I wish I could do art for free for literally everyone. Just do all the art for free because I just love doing art, so I wouldn't mind. But the problem is I need to exist on something, and then, like, if I spend my time making art, I should be paid for it. But it's so hard to. You lays eggs regularly. I see it all the time. I heard it once. Don't need to visualize it. Or the tentacle thing, you did say something about doing a drawing for the highest donator. I did. You were highest anyways, but like also, like I really want to make more art for you. That's the problem, because you have a character that I am now also part of, and I'm like, I also have permission. I can do things to that character, and it's like, For me, it's I worry that if I hang out with XYZ or ABC will think I'm neglecting them. Sometimes I get so busy and I need to be selective with my time. That's true. Yeah. That I understand. Like, yeah. Like, I have a person, right? Like, I hang out with them pretty often. Because we're besties. We're super cool. The thing is, I made like art for them in the past, but they have a new character, and I never made art of that new character. And I feel like I should, because, you know, frenzies. Gotta make art for, because I can. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, like I'm just not that inspired, you know, to make art. Like sure, I'm inspired by a pregnant fanboy. Okay, we're not gonna discuss that right now, right? Like that's a whole separate issue. But it's it's the tough one. Graciously accepts any fan art. Oh. Oh no, I shouldn't make my stream too cursed, but like, men, don't say that stuff, otherwise I'll be making jokes and it's not gonna be good for either of us. Claims he is not an ugly fanboy, makes friends who likes fanboys. Oh, well, I don't have a specifically preference for fanboys. It's more just like, I don't even know. I don't know. Just because I am a part of this fanboy's design now, you know, it's kind of like, I did make very well. It wasn't very explicit. It was just a nude art. I made it for Yaruki like a year ago as well, because like Yaruki is also a femboy catboy. I was like, inspiration. Maybe I am inspired by femboys. Who knows? Anyway. But yeah, I made nude art and it turned out pretty cool, and I got to experiment with style a bit. Oh, hi Yaruki! Since when are you here? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just discussing some artwork here. It's okay. It's fine. Fanboy Baka clone. You know why it might be the case, actually? Because so I feel strange about making this kind of art with like feminine presenting characters, because I have a lot of respect or something. So like if I make the kind of art where like the character is nude, it's probably gonna be something pretty, something very, you know, nice and ethereal and beautiful. But like maybe I just don't have that same relationship with guys with mask presenting characters. So like, yes, pregnant eggs. I don't know. We're not gonna unpack this now. There's a long history of, you know, things. But it is what it is. Did I? Did I really make you pretty in the tentacle art? Bro. I'm like looking at that art and I'm judging myself so hard for not being able to do it the way I wanted to, and then you're here saying it's pretty. That's what it's like being an artist. So like think again if you actually want to do art, because that's gonna be your reality. I'll have to explain what you like. Feelings can be hard to explain. That's true. That's true. I don't know what I feel. I'm just a big confusion right there. I just make pictures, bake artsu. That's it. We're our own worst critics, man. Yeah, but I heard there was this very smart phrase I heard from like a very cool artist on TikTok, but I could never memorize it. But the point of it was basically that it takes the exact same amount of like knowledge to see that your art sucks as it takes the amount of skill to make your art not suck, basically something like this. So like basically if you're so judgmental of your art, usually it also kind of means that like you have a good eye for like the art. You can understand that something is not good. It's not like you just look at it and be like, oh yeah, it's perfect. It's a tough one. I wish I remembered the exact phrase though. It was such a nice quote, but like I instantly forgot it because it sounds very confusing. Yeah, true. You know, my creativity is actually way beyond just like the anime girls, but oh man, can I show? Wait, do I have a screenshot somewhere? I don't know. Let me try finding. I want to show you the project I've been working on before I went back to streaming. I really want to continue working on it, but I could never find time because, like I said, I'm a 3D artist. So like, no joke, bro. I'm a game 3D artist. I was working on a very cool model, but I was only on the stage of a sculpt, and it looked so nice. But I need to find, like, I don't even know if I have a screenshot anywhere that I could show. Like, maybe I have somewhere on Discord if I could maybe pull it out. But where is it? Where is it? It's somewhere here. Yeah. How did I name it even? This one, okay. Do I have any screenshots here? Of course not. Why would I have a screenshot here? Well, I could try opening a ZBrush project for you. Okay, I know, very off topic. There we have Sacabambaspis here in the project that I somehow forgot to save. Oh my gosh. Did anyone ever redeem Ctrl S? Because this time I really needed it. We almost lost an entire Sacabambaspis. But don't mind me. Okay, let me save it real quick. Sacabambaspis. Yeah, Sacabambaspis. Bambaspis. I don't know if I misspelled it or not, but whatever. It's saved. It's saved now. Okay. Nobody asked for it. Nobody asked. I know. Nobody asked. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Nobody asked. But I'm gonna try to pull up the sculpt to show you what I've been working on, what I really wanna continue working on. Maybe on streams eventually, but it's like, you know, it's the stuff that requires a lot of concentration. When I was a kid playing games, my brother would sit behind me and remind me to quick save. Yeah, that's honestly very much needed that. Thank you, Keter, but it's a bit too early. I should also have like a source somewhere to capture this. Load. It's gonna be loading for half an hour though, because like I have so many subtools there. Oh my gosh. I forgot how large this project is, but luckily ZBrush doesn't crash my OBS, so we can deal with it. Legendary Dark Knight Eater? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. No, Keter is not an eater. It's a dragon, Keter. I don't remember what the L stands for. Not sure it's legendary. Okay, you load it. You're still loading. Why is still loading? Load faster. Okay, I have to close that. Lord Drago Keter. See, there you go, Lord Drago Keter. Okay. Oh my gosh, no updates. Close your lightbox. Okay, let's try to capture this in OBS. I have a window capture here. What is it supposed to capture? Substance Painter? Oh my lord. Then what is this one for? Oh, it's for Blender, but we need ZBrush now. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Oh, there we go. ZBrush. Okay, so I'll show you the concept art after that, don't worry. But basically, how do I navigate this software? Oh my god, it's still loading. Don't mind me, still loading. It has a shit ton of subtools. What was the? Yeah, there we go. I forgot how to use that. But basically, that was something I was working on before. I went back to streaming and had no time anymore to work on anything. It's still very much unfinished. It doesn't have like half of its accessories. It should have more. And like this fabric thingy is still, you know, work in progress. But look at those feet. I can show them to you for free. I'm only Kira myself loaded them kimchi eater. Is kimchi good? Never tried kimchi, but I'm very curious. And yeah, it's kind of a this is a dude. This is just a dude. I even made him inside of the mouth. Like I haven't made any like teeth or anything yet. That was supposed to be the next step, but yeah, very proud of the face because it looks like it's supposed to look like. He's very nice. Tell us. I mean, maybe it's a harpy form. I'm also kind of proud of the wood texture and the horns. I put a lot of sculpting effort into this, and it turned out pretty decent. It's like it does look a bit like wood, especially when I color it. But yeah, that was the project I've been working on. I want to continue. I want to finish because it's supposed to be something very pretty. Now let me close that and show you the concept art that nobody asked for. Because okay, so remove. Let me open back my Photoshop. Sacabambaspis, obviously. Can I just pull it into Sacabambaspis art? I guess I could. Who's gonna stop me? Nobody's gonna stop me. Thank you. Don't mind the name on the character sheet because I was trying to come up with something and then it turns out there is a character like somewhere in some game that's called this, so don't mind it. It's not important, or just ignore the name. But basically that's the concept art I have for this creature, and yeah, I really want to actually make it and like rig it and maybe make it some animation or some pretty renders. So as you can see, it's still very much a work in progress. Like I am very also proud of this hair design because it's not exactly hair, it's kind of like plants with leaves. But yeah, basically I want to eventually, maybe one day, finish this dude because it's gonna be also good portfolio work, and he's got very nice color scheme. I really like him, and I do really want to, you know, make it a thing, but it will take some time. So maybe if I feel fancy, I might stream some of the process, but I also need to figure out a lot of other stuff related to streams and commissions first, so I don't know when we will be able to work on this again. But I do kinda also need to work on it because I need portfolio work to get a job. Otherwise I'm just staying unemployed in a foreign country. Not a very nice perspective, is it? Thank you, Vito. Thank you. I put all my love for monsters into this art. Basically, like, sure, I draw a lot of humans as, like, you know, the VTuber artist, anime artist, but actually, as a game artist, I'm mostly into, like, monsters and creatures. I'm more of, like, a creature artist, so... I don't mind them being humanoid, but, you know, the less human they look, the better. I just really like me some creatures. I'm sorry. That's why I also kind of got excited when you talked about the harpy. It's like, oh, creature. It's a creature. It's not human. It's not human. Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Like, I am still enjoying that a lot. Like, even humans, I'm enjoying that a lot. Don't worry about it. Well, eventually, one day, maybe. Should probably just put the shadow here. Sacabambaspis. That's Sacabambaspis with hair. How is this thing swimming in the ocean? I don't know. Is it even an ocean fish or is it a sea fish? I don't know either. Okay, it's got some hair. Let's put highlights on it and then we're gonna shade the bow, and I think we are gonna be pretty much done with Sacabambaspis. Sacabambaspis. You know what I thought about when I first like kinda entered the VTubing situation, when I was just starting with it and I was making like a 3D model? Oh, Mayo! Bonk! Hi, Mayo! You came at the right time. Welcome, Mayo! Welcome, Raiders! Wait, let me get the shout out! And let me try to not misspell it. There you go, there you go. Oh, what were you arting, Mayo? Welcome. What were you arting? I saw you were doing art stream and I was so curious, but there was also time for my stream, so I was like, oh, I can't see what you're doing. Thank you, Bayo. I hope you're happy. We also have a new emote, by the way. You can check in the emote stuff. We had a new emote that I made also on this stream. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Okay. We're almost done with the Bombaspis. Sacabambaspis. I don't want to see why. I do want to see though. Tell me. Satisfy my curiosity. Please. And no, I'm not gonna be cringing, I promise. I just want to see what you are making. Oh, I guess I can watch the VOD unless you're not going to publish that, but like, you know. Show me the goods, Mayo. Looks more like a serpent Bombaspis. Well, I guess it's a little long, right? But like, we needed to position this PNG somehow to be PNG-able. So I just put it in, you know, the classical artist pose, the shrimp pose. Like, you know, the yoga pose called an artist, that's basically shrimp. So, yeah. That's what we're working with now. It's Shrimpy Bombaspis. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Shrimpy Bombaspis. The main thing with Sacabambaspis apparently that thing doesn't have any fins. It has a tail. That's it. Like I looked at the pictures. I swear it has no fins. I'm like, how do you swim? How does this thing survive the existence? I don't get it. I don't know. It's such a weird fish. Such a weird fish. But as you can see, it also has eyelashes because of course it needs to have eyelashes. With whiskers kind of reminds me of a catfish. Those are not whiskers, those are eyelashes. And yeah, could look as a catfish. Although catfish has more of like a round mouth. This one is just... Well, I mean, it's my cursed version of Sacabambaspis. I do not know how to draw Sacabambaspis, so I did my best drawing Sacabambaspis. Boo. Such a screamer. It's jump scare right there. Jump scare. I was also explaining some art stuff to Fito, by the way, today. In case somebody wants to watch the VOD later, I was explaining some art stuff. Like very basic though, so you know, nothing too big really, but you know, useful stuff to keep in mind, I suppose. Yes, art class for free. Okay, we need to put some highlights on the bow as well. I have no idea what kind of music is playing at this point. Pretty sure that's something copyrighted, but oh well. It's been playing there for a while anyway, so might as well leave it. That's a Sacabambaspis me. I didn't draw the wings that are flying around the head, but like who cares? It's fine. That's good enough. That's Sacabambaspis. Yeah, Microsoft Paint can be a very good art software though. Ow. But you don't need a lot of skill to manage it. Like you really need to understand your basics, but you can draw stuff in Microsoft Paint and it's still gonna look kinda cool, you know? Check Discord? Okay, give me a sec. I will be checking Discord.
Good soup.
Yes, main character design doesn't look like main character at all. She kind of does, doesn't she? She fine. Okay. Art share. Let's see. Oh, it's Mimi! It's Mimi! Mimi head with a rock. Paint 3D. Oh yes, I know that one. Oh yes, Mimi. Why did you decide to do an art stream though? Because I thought you're probably gonna work on your design since you're doing art stream, but you made Mimi, so why? It's a chair. Yes, it's a chair. It's a chair. Okay, that's a beautiful... I think this beautiful Sacabambaspis is pretty much done. Although maybe I do want to do a little bit extra. As you can see, it's gonna be a proper PNG. It has mouth open, mouth closed. Eyes open, eyes closed. Is it moving or just one image? I mean, Bombaspis, yeah, it's gonna be like a proper PNG. Don't worry, it's gonna be an actual PNG with blinking and speaking, all like we like in this household. I use Paint 3D a lot now because it supports transparency. That's a good one. True. Transparency is important in the art world. That's a random. Both Mimi art took long. I was planning to play after, but understandable. Understandable, woman. Okay, do I want to load this now? Probably want to load this off stream, but basically we have a Sacabambaspis. Obviously we have mouth open, eyes closed, mouth closed as well. It's maybe I should move this a little lower just to make it, although the more cursed the better. It's not right, boys. It's the cursey curse. We color this. There we go. And then mouth open here. I'm gonna color this as well. Just for consistency reasons. Have mouth open, right? We can close the mouth and we can open the eyes. This is even worse. Every time you redeem Sacabambaspis, this is what you're gonna be greeted with. Full screen, literally up close and personal, right there. It's gonna be full screen Sacabambaspis. I hope you do not regret the money that you spent on Subathon. Thank you again very much. Much appreciated. I got a chance to make this monstrosity. You're gonna redeem. Now the question is how expensive I want to make it. That's what I was thinking about. Like how many points are you willing to spend? Because that's like an entire PNG change. So it's like supposed to be at least 1k. But the question is, can you afford 1k redeems? Okay. Money well spent. I'm glad you like it. Let me save it. Okay, well, we finished Sacabambaspis and we finished the emote. Let me open it again, just so you can see it full HD for the last time. Because before that, of course, after that, you can only see it in chat. But yeah, full HD emote, wonderful bonk. And I think we're gonna be finishing the stream for today. We streamed for 3 hours, but hey, we were so productive. So much nice and important art has been made on today's stream. Thank you for Control Safe, Keter! Make it expensive so they have to lurk more. That's the whole plan. And thank you for the hydrate as well. Test it. Not right now. Not right now. I'll have to hide my PNG. Then I'll have to upload this into VTube, not VTube, the ViadaTube Mini, and then I'll have to set up a hotkey. Oh, thank you for posture check and handpad as well. I will test it after. You will see it on the next stream. We're streaming literally tomorrow, Mayo. You can wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow's finally another laggy Detroit stream. Oh my god. Where I killed the character. Yeah, anyways, let's see if we can wrap up the stream with the raid today. Oh, I have a tab open with Sacabambaspis.
Emotional damage!
Emotional damage. Make it expensive, the chat bought it, that's true. However, if you're gonna keep constantly keep me in Sacabambaspis mode, it's like, you know. Yeah, I promise you, Keter, I will be, I promise you, Mayo, I will be using it tomorrow. I'll put it after the stream into ViadaTube and assign a hotkey that I will instantly forget, obviously, because I can never remember any of my hotkeys. It's too much work for me to remember the hotkeys. Okay, let's see. Fruitbat, Anyu is making art. Looks like a raid target. I haven't raided her in a while. Maybe we should do that. Considering there's also art happening. Such a pretty model. Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. Creating life 2D model. Oh, Mayo. Okay. Okay, we're gonna be booting up the raid right now. Let me do that real quick. There we go. This start raid. Okay. Okay. So Keter has summoned us a raid message. So don't forget to copy pasta the raid message. When we go to the channel, let me also copy pasta the raid message because otherwise I'm gonna freak. Please, can I just copy pasta this? I beg you. Don't be difficult, OBS. Oh, okay, OBS is being difficult. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for the stream. Thank you. Really was happy to draw some absolutely cursed stuff for you today. Oh my god, OBS, what are you even doing to me? Yeah, we will be streaming tomorrow, Detroit, so make sure to sub by for the Detroit stream and new Sacabambaspis redeem test, and I'll see you guys next time. Hurry! Let's now go to the ring.
Are you Shimosa? Hello, welcome Raiders. Welcome in. Ah, that's such a pleasant surprise. Hello guys, welcome Raid. Hello. How are you guys doing? Thank you, Pito Bandito, for your follow. I appreciate it. I'm Anyu. I'm a Fruitbird VTuber. I'm currently working on a live 2D model for a melonlicious friend. We're doing a lot of hot streams in here. I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm very happy to see you. How are you guys doing? Can I get a shout out for Shimosa, please? That would be awesome. Please give shout out. How are you doing? How was your stream? I hope